The building and construction industry waits for no one. So when materials are needed on a work site, the delivery process simply must go like clockwork. Adelaide-based Fork & Cranes is a family-owned transport operation with their finger on the pulse in the South Australian building game. Specialising in the building supplies industry, Fork & Cranes transports lifts and forks just about everything from prefab housing frames and scaffolding to construction, panelling and roofing materials. It's an operation that's dependent on timely service, and to turn a buck, you must also have up-to-date, reliable and dependable equipment at your disposal. To cover just about every eventuality, Fork & Cranes boasts new or near-new equipment across its operations. From its 21-metre body-mounted high-ab cranes to the Isuzu F-Series trucks they're floated on, Fork & Cranes has just about every base covered. To that end, Director Eddie Kinsevich recently added an Isuzu FYJ 2000 with an Allison 6-speed automatic transmission to his 7-strong Isuzu fleet, their second Isuzu purchase in just 2 years. We had a chat with Eddie about how this highly successful business got its start and what goes on during a typical day behind the wheel.
We had a neighbour about 10 years ago wanting to sell his truck. He had an Isuzu truck, and I decided to purchase that truck and look for contracts, and we went to a company called Arkajon and managed to win a contract there with them. Needed a couple of trucks, so purchased another Isuzu, and since then we've purchased 8 trucks, all Isuzus, and the business has been growing quite well. Our business primarily is delivering hardware and goods for the building industry, and also operating in the construction area, lifting materials onto construction sites around Adelaide.
Following a complete equipment overhaul at the start of the year, Eddie and his crew have now broadened their capacity significantly, with the ability to move and lift just about every building material imaginable.
We've managed to change all our trucks over just recently. You had a fairly old fleet at the beginning of the year. Now we've got 4 crane trucks, all Isuzu, with high-ab cranes on the back. We also run a couple of Manitous, which is the all-terrain forklift, and also we have what's called a Moffat, which is an Irish 3-wheeled forklift, all-terrain.
As part of the changeover, Fork & Cranes work closely with Adelaide Isuzu to pinpoint the right equipment for the job at hand, an ongoing collaboration Eddie places great value in.
Isuzu come to the party by doing all the weights and measurements and all the specifications that are required, and they put those to us for final approval. The trucks are all Triptonic automatics, and just a fantastic place to work, very comfortable, spacious for keeping lots of tools and slings and chains for the operation required. When we had our old trucks, our breakdown rate was reasonably high. These days we rarely have a breakdown. If we do, Isuzu are quick to respond and get us moving again.
With the purchase of the new FYJ 2000, coupled with solid after-sales support from Adelaide Isuzu, downtime now presents less and less of a problem for Eddie and the business. As a result, his drivers can continue to focus on delivering materials to site in a timely and efficient manner. And it's those traits that are critical to a successful business.
I can't stress enough the importance of having a good vehicle. When you're out in the country, you don't want it breaking down. The performance of these vehicles is absolutely fantastic. That's the reason that we've stayed with Isuzu, and we'll continue to stay with them in the future.